And hello everyone, good to see you. Paul Tranny here. Gonna dive into today's news show. Good to have you here. Feel free to say hello. Hopefully you can hear me okay. Want to wish you a warm Monday, May 24th at 8:30 a.m. Pacific time. Good to have you here. So we're going to dive into branding your side hustles. We're going to change it up a little bit. I can still highlight some news that you might find interesting and just some fun projects. Yeah, that's what we're going to do. We're going to do some branding today. Loud and clear. Hello, Fury. I see you there. Stony, hello. Tim's in the house. Oh, the very quiet intro today. Maybe for me. I seem a little bit quieter right now. You'd be right, because I am. All right. Andrea, good to see you here. Bruce Gonzalez, hello. Sounds good. Well, that's fantastic for me. So let me just switch screens. And again, typically I cover news, which I'll still do, like the Adobe Inspiration Engine. Excuse me. Oh, I'm so sorry. I should have hit mute. Adobe Inspiration Generator.com. Ooh, look at this. Ooh. So basically we'll give you 3 different words that you can kind of jump off of and start to get the juices flowing. Yeah, again, if you just need, you're stuck, feel free. Daring drummer billboard advert. So I'm probably going to use this for a masterclass sometime. I think it would be a lot of fun, right? Just kind of see what we come up with on the fly. But that's kind of cool in terms of news. There's a new Great Untold. You'll see that being passed around, a contest to find stories the world needs to hear. So it's all about your story. Post 2, I think it's TikTok, hashtag The Great Untold, and let us know about your story, and they're going to turn it into a movie or a documentary of sorts. So that's kind of what's going on now, you know. All right, Michelle's in the house, Mercurial's here, Valder, awesome. So, and today's all about sort of branding your side hustle. So, because I know we have lots of designers and artists here, so like, what is your side hustle? Is it graphic design? Right? What do you want to do? Think about, like, you know what? Out of all the things there are to do in this world, what can I get people to pay me to do? What would be your perfect job? That should be your side hustle. If you're not motivated to do it, then you're not going to do it. So just think big. Just be like, hey, you know what? I want to, just create, anime characters, whatever it may be, right? I had graphic design, visual design. You guys get the idea. So again, just kind of think about, like, what could my side hustle be, right? What could I maybe have people pay me for, and then let people know about it? So that's the goal. I know we got plenty of good artists out here. Awesome artists. I see you, Cody Bear. Awesome. Good day to you, Perry, as well. So, and the cool thing is you don't have to start in Photoshop sort of creating everything from, say, scratch, if you will. And sure, there's a lot we could do in here. I could stretch this out, visual design, and maybe put that kind of behind my head, right? I don't really want to use Photoshop, or I don't have to use Photoshop to do this sort of remove background, right? We just removed the background to put the text like so. Yeah, we could do that. And let's change that color so it pops. Maybe we'll make it this electric green. I don't know. But you guys get the idea, right? This is a lot of work, right? So we need to make a lot of graphics for a lot of platforms. So I'm going to use Post. So Adobe Spark, basically. So that's the plan. I'm going to jump in here. I might think of a name. I might just use my own name. I might use one of your names in chat. I don't know. But let's go ahead and start off. You guys, you may or may not be aware of Adobe Spark. So go to spark.adobe.com, log in, and here we can start with different projects. See all my projects right here that I've been working on, but there's a lot you can do. Scroll down here, we have templates, tutorials, all sorts of fun things. I'm just going to jump in with making an Instagram post, right? So like, hey, you know what, everybody? I'm going to be doing some graphic design for your business. So let's start right in here. Let's actually search for, let's just see what happens if we do graphic design. Now, keep in mind, I'm going to do this for small business. So here, let's go with this one, Graphic Design School. Let's go with that one. All right, easy enough. This is easy stuff. Huge time saver. That's the big thing. It's like, Michelle, how many social media platforms are there out there? There's too many, right? And to think about all the different graphics that we have to make for all of them. So again, graphic design, I like this so far. I could go into, say, colors, and I can just remix it. Say, hey, you know what? Let's use maybe these teal colors, right? So I could take something that I originally liked and then just play with the colors to get something kind of cool. I want something fresh, right, and contemporary. So here we have modern off to the side as well. Okay, so we jump in there. And again, I like this one. This is a lot like the first one, but I'm kind of into this. This looks good. Again, just gonna play around a little bit more. I like this one. It vibrates a lot, right? But the cool thing is we could always change this later on. So let's start with this one. And let's change some of this text right in here. So we can double click, graphic. Let's do, just type in my name, done, design, right? See what they did in here, design. Let's actually check. And designer, boom, for hire. Boom. Move that over. And we'll take this, we'll duplicate it, and I'm just gonna knock this out. I'm only going for 30 minutes, so I'm gonna rush through this. Hire. Done. All right, cool, let's do this. Okay. Do I do typography and all this other stuff? I don't know, but the cool thing is all this is editable. So we're gonna do logos, branding, and logos, branding, and print. So again, my goal, and really I should have a good idea of who I'm targeting, right? So what I'm currently thinking of, I'm thinking of all these, honestly, like all these restaurants in the area, at least in my neighborhood, that not only do they need to attract business, but they also need to attract employees as well. So I'm going for those small businesses. I'm going for the coffee shop down the street. Let me do your branding, right? So that's why I'm throwing in print. I'm thinking of menus and signage and things like that. So that's the idea, right? A lot of people like overpromise. I get it. We all overpromise a little bit. Logos, branding, print, UI, UX, animation, 3D. Do you really? Do you? Do you do it well? That's the question. Here's the thing about when it comes to branding. Don't lead with your name. Like nobody cares. What people want to know is they want to know what you can do for them. Not what you do, but what you can do for them. So move that down. We want to lead with designer for hire, right? We'll pull this up. Let's make sure we grab that. And they had something interesting going on here is I don't know how they did it. How did they do that? How did they have one letter? I know edit will lead me that same spot. Just check this. I don't know how they had just one letter that was changed. All right, so lead what you can do for them, not what you can do. We got that like so. Let's take this down. We could always change the size to fit. There it is. And let's just kind of work on some of the spacing and some of the color and some of the logos. We need to kind of create our own logo, which I thought would be like really fun to do, right? And build that into this design. Again, we're just getting warmed up. Paul Tranny right here, right down here. You put your URL. You know, you guys get the idea. Boom, one side, and then duplicate it. How's everybody doing this fine day? You guys doing well? Yeah, I'll put my real number. Is that silly? Maybe I'm going to. 555. Oh, just kidding. 555. I'm usually available for everyone, but I can't have my phone ringing a lot. So let's just do that. Okay. You guys all have my email, don't you? I'm sure you do. There we go. Let's take these two. And I love the type lockups we could work with too. But let's just scale this down a touch, both of these. Let's swap out the color. And shrink it down a little bit more and make sure they're spaced out like so. All right, cool. Nothing unique going on here. We want to jazz it up some more. 720, lots of fives. That's right. Hello, Perry. I see you, Roz, out there. What's up, buddy? Real phone numbers only. Okay, so right in here, we can add additional elements, right? We have all of our text, right? Do we want to add some imagery behind some of this? So we could jump in here. We could add some photos. I don't know if I'm going to really drop in a photo of a guy on a computer. That's really boring. Paul Tranny, Skulls and Flowers, gmail.com. Sean, you're hilarious. I love it. Look at this icons. I like this. This could be fun. Like, let's just do, when we type in symbol, what am I even going to get? I don't know. But just some cool design elements is what I'm thinking. So if I do decide I want to do 3D or I just want some more interesting elements, let's drop those in. Right click, bam, there it is. Now we have this interesting element off to the side that we can work with. You know what I like about this as I look at it? It looks like a T for tranny. So I could think about, I don't know, doing something like that. That's kind of inspiring. So again, jumping in here, grabbing some just design elements, right? Like so. Understanding the depth right over here off to the side. Oh, there it is. We want that to be behind everything. Let's just drag that down like so. And now it's behind everything. And adjust the transparency if we want to as well. And make sure it's behind that text. It still doesn't look like it's behind that text. Oh yeah, drag it down there even further. Holy cow. There we go. Okay, you guys get the idea. Not like so. I had no idea there were so many elements in here, and that's the thing, you're not going to know. Because again, I didn't create this. You guys get the idea. Yeah, rotate it for the T. I love that idea. So we have icons over here, right? We have design assets, right? So we have additional assets. So if I wanted a skull, because you know I do lots of skulls, let's type in skull. So we get for design assets. Some of them might be premium, but here's a fun little skull. I want to go into logos down here. So you can see I have this going on. I have this a logo already created in here. It's because I've already created some branding assets. So let's think about that. Could we do that? First off, let's just jump in here and let's just say, we'll call this Paul Promo. That's what we're going to call this. Right, here's our first design, right? We can go back to our projects. We can see it right over here, okay? We have access to brands, and you can make your own brand as well. So that's what I've already done over here. I've created one called Explore California, okay? So that's where that logo came from, but you can create your own brand, define your colors, your fonts, your images, right? And then you can just start to reshuffle them. So that's what I'm gonna do. Upload your logo. Obviously, we need to make one first, right? Luckily, I have one. I do have to open up Photoshop. Let's just jump in here. Let's do this real fast. Let's make our logo. Hopefully everybody's doing well. Are you having a beautiful day? I hope so. So again, I've already actually made a logo. I'm going to shift this a little bit, so I'm just going to knock this out really fast. Don't judge me. Rasterize type. Yeah, I rasterize type. But all I want to do is create a quick logo using probably Illustrator, but while Illustrator's opening, I'm going to take this, I'm going to move it, and bring it into place like there. So this is what we're going to do. This is going to be my logo, okay? So we are going to make sure that it is white, right? There it is, right? Save that out. Oh, hello. Sorry. Bam. Ping file. It is on white. We'll keep that in mind. We need to make this like larger too. This is not big at all. Oh. So that's one thing I got to kind of keep in mind. Obviously, like image size. This should be a lot larger. Okay, you guys got it. All right, man, 15 minutes already gone. Let's get this done. Branding for our side hustle. What do you think, Marsha? Bliss, how you doing? Happy Monday to you. So we'll just title this logo _ white. That's what I do. Boom, kick it out there. Invert it. Save that out. Logo black. Right, 2 quick versions. Right, could have used that. You could have used Illustrator. Here we are. Let's load in that black logo. We should be able to, I guess, swap it out later on. Pick our colors, pick our fonts. We know our fonts. I was using Lust Script Pro. So let's look for Lust. Ooh. Okay, so this is great. You can actually upload your own fonts. Okay, so I can actually dig up Lust. Let's see, Lust. OTF. I don't know. This might be kind of hard to find. Nonetheless, you can upload your own fonts, right? Oh, perfect. There's one called PT Sans. Tell me that's not a big hint. Boom. PT Sans, narrow, bold. Let's pick our color. You guys know the color I think is hot is, let's make it vibrant pink, right? There it is. Let's go to the next step, right? Brand name, Paul Tranny Design. Sure, why not? Create my brand. Very simple. We have a logo, we have a color, we have a font. Cody Bear, what is so cool that you are talking about? I want to know. All right, done. So this is where you could add more colors. So you initially just upload one, but in here, hey, more logos. You want to add, say, a white one to maybe use in some cases. And you might have a smaller version. More colors? Yeah, of course we want to add more colors because we want this nice teal that I always throw at things. So now we have our teal, and then we're going to go with just a gray. Okay? Sort of our complementary colors and a neutral color. So I think usually we need at least 3. It's a little warm gray. It looks a little warm, right? That's okay. Let's just throw black in there. Actually, I don't know. Maybe we'll do this. Let's make everything electric, shall we? There we go. We got these lovely pastel colors. Cool thing is we could always change this later on. Boom. Body copy can be serif. Yeah, that works. And let's just throw in some more fonts in there, just to give us some variety. All right. There we are. We have local brewery font, just because I like local breweries. Here we go. We have where we could change the look of your projects, light, medium, and dark. And then you have additional elements. So now that everything's set up under Paul Tranny Design, I could start to knock out all of my graphics. Okay, so we'll go back. All right. All right. So I'm using Spark, just so you know. I got that question out there. Maker's gonna make. I like that. That's funny. I already made this promo. We want, say for instance, in Instagram stories. Let's jump in here. Nice tall image. Let's select this. Any template, right? There we are. So here's our graphics. We'll go over to low. Okay, let's go back. and work on this. Because I need to define my brand. So give me 1 second. Brands. Make default. So I'm going to go in here and make this my default. Oh, was that the right one? Oh no, this one. Sorry. Click right here, make this default brand. If you have multiple brands, make one your default. Now that it's my default, when I go in and create my projects, right, we'll see them in there. And actually, let's go with a Facebook post, because I think it's just going to be our sort of like banner image. Wait for it, loading in. There we go. We have our image. We'll go down to logos, and now we see it. So just change your default one. And by the way, you can give others control to do this. So you as the designer, Marsha, you ready for this, Marsha? This is really good stuff. You can create all the assets that you want, your logo, your images, and put them in a library like I'm doing right now. As soon as it loads, we could have in this case, a Paul library. So we'll call this Paul Design, Tranny Design. There we are. We created this library. We'll drop this image in there. We'll drop multiple images in here that then people can use. So there it is. It's all squared away. Sure. Act like there's more in there. It's fine. And then you can give sort of anyone access to this. So think about if I wasn't doing Paul Tranny Designer, if I wasn't using my branding, what if I created Pinwheel Coffee logo and branding assets, and Pinwheel Coffee all of the assets? That way they could just jump in and grab the images from the libraries, right in here. And again, Paul would load in here. They would grab images from here and then their logos from here, and they can make their own branding going forward. So that's the whole idea. Right, let's just go ahead and grab this logo. Let's drop it in here. Let's go to, by the way, remember how we went to colors earlier? Let's go to colors. Here's my current color, right? And right down here, this is Paul Tranny Design colors. So I could jump in and just click that, and it should reshuffle all of the colors. I don't know why it's like just, maybe I just had that one item selected, but let's reshuffle. And that must be an image in the background, but it'll reshuffle the colors based on what you've picked, right? Is access to libraries granular or all or nothing? I'm not sure what you mean by that. It should be, I mean, honestly, everything should load up, including, so again, it might take a second. You see how these start to populate, right? It's actually, it will start to load all of them in. So it might take a second. We'll see them populate in a second as soon as they load in from that location. Big thing you need to keep in mind is how you're logged in. So I actually have 2 Creative Cloud accounts. Just make sure you have the right one set up, and then you'll be good. Right, I don't know why nothing is loading up in there, but there that is. What else we got? Fonts. There's a little tag down there. Let's click right here. There's my white logo. There we go. This one's even better. Time for takeoff. All right. So basically, I'm just letting everybody know that I am now doing graphic design. I'm a graphic designer for hire. So, let's try this text right down here. Boom, drop that in. Checking the time. Oh, I only have a minute left. Now accepting clients. Why not? Drop that in. Now accepting clients. We could adjust this depending on what it is. Looks like I'm just moving this around, but formatting can change. Anyways, so just knocking out some quick graphics. You guys get the idea. It's really just the start, but consider using, say, Spark for all your needs. Create your brand and start knocking out all of these assets, because we know with all these social media graphics, there's a lot that we need to create for. So that's all I wanted to show you. We got a full day, just so you know. Awesome people all day long. And you can see the schedule below me, but we're going to dive into Photoshop Daily Creative Challenge up next. And then I'll be later with Illustrator Daily Creative Challenge. Thanks so much, everybody. Hand lettering today, which will be super cool. Creating an uplifting quote. That's awesome. You also have Michael Showalter. Oh, Jesse Showalter. Sorry, Michael Showalter is a comedian. So thanks so much, everybody. And we will see you in a couple hours. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see ya.